The following is a Journey into Comics Network production.
Good luck.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Addicts Podcast, the show where we talk about the modern and retro video games that we play and collect. I'm your host, Brando, and joining me here today, as always, is this podcast player too, Mike.
Hello.
How's it going, good friend?
It's going okay.
Okay, it would have been better.
It would have been better.
But we're going to get to that.
Yes.
We're definitely going to get to that. Thank you guys for checking out this episode. If it's your first time, of course, we're on podcast services around the globe. Search us up on your favorite podcast service. We should be there. Game Addicts Podcast. Of course, you can always go to the website, GameAddictsPodcast.com. I realize I don't say that enough. Like .com. We have a .com. You can go there. That's the Podbean website. You can follow us on there. Of course, that's our host, so show them some love. But if iTunes is your thing, that's cool too. We're also on Spotify. And, of course, the YouTubes where you have the camera set up where you can see us sit here and just like look kind of weird as we're just talking in the microphone. Sometimes we hold stuff that we buy. So
Yes.
You bought something.
I did buy something. This is what I'm disappointed with today. So, me in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. You in the marketplace.
Me in the marketplace.
You're always looking in the marketplace.
Always. So I found a Vita, which I thought was going to be a great deal, which still is a good deal.
Generation 1, so it's got the better background screen.
Yes. So we finally booted it up today because I didn't have a Gen 1 charger, and he did not either. It's kind of why he sold it so cheap is what he suggested, but I think there's a little more behind it.
It's what it seems to be, because
when we dived into it, this booted up nicely, everything worked, but square, X, and right trigger. So this has turned into a project.
Which, since you already have a Vita,
It's not a big deal.
It isn't a big deal, and you got it for $40.
Right.
You got it for $40, which is honestly, even for a broken Vita, and it's not even really broken. The screen is in great condition.
Yeah, everything works, but those buttons.
And you should be able to get those working. Hopefully,
Yeah, and I don't know if this is one full board.
More than likely, what it is that
It should actually be one full board.
Well, it's going to have a board for all the mechanism stuff, and it's going to have a side thing over here for your face buttons and your buttons here and your stick. And one over here, and more than likely, they're either going to be connected or like via ribbon cable, or
that would be actually good because then I could order.
You could order a new part entirely, or more than likely, what it is that you need to go in there and see how these contacts are. You may only have to clean it.
Yeah, that's true.
And if that's all you got to do, that then that's cool. But like for $40, you've got a Gen 1. In my opinion, the screen does look better. So
yes,
I mean, the Gen 2 is fine if that's it's what you can get your hands on.
Which I currently own.
Exactly. The Vita is awesome. It's one of the most underrated handhelds they ever put out, and it just did not get enough steam behind it. All the PS1 games you could play, all the PSP games you could download from the store and get on there, and then of course, the Vita library is awesome, especially if you've all the RPGs that are on there, all these little quirky games, and then of course I had a little bit of a decent run of some almost console quality games. The Assassin's Creed game on there, Liberation, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's an Assassin's Creed game it's a full blown Assassin's Creed game on the go.
Right.
So that's pretty freaking cool.
So what I did. What I was going to do with these is, on these, you can soft hackish.
Well,
it's a software thing. Basically, you trick the system into thinking that the game card is a memory card.
Originally, you were looking at hopefully that this was a 3G model, and you could do the whole 3G component hack.
Right.
With you replacing the 3G component with another SD thing, and then you doing the hack that way. But then I told you about the little game card hack,
right?
And then you just
which seemed easier.
It does seem, but see now you got to.
But now I got to take it apart anyways.
So now you'll be able to really see if it's a 3G thing.
Did it not come up on here?
I did not see it at all on there. What you're probably going to have to do is look up the number, look up serial number, and it's going to tell you what kind of model it is. but you'll find out when you get in there.
Right.
Well, once you go online, get some guides.
Yeah.
Look up some YouTube videos, and I would just start doing that before you even open it up. Try and find a good video where the dude is like got everything set up, where he clearly goes through and shows you stuff, whether or not he's doing that mod, or maybe even also find one that is button specific,
right,
showing you how to replace or fix some buttons. So that way, when you get in there, you already that's how I was able to, work on some of the controllers that I worked on. Okay. Do that first and then watch it and then
still brings up all the stuff even though the memory card's not in there. But yeah, it's semi disappointing, but in the beginning I thought I was going to tear it apart for $40. So
now you're going to have to tear it apart and try and get it fixed.
Right.
Because and it's going to be cool when you do get it working, because it's going to be a backup Vita. It's a Gen 1, so you can keep your Gen 2 as a backup maybe. Depending on which one.
Actually, I have to reformat the whole thing because it needs to be a 3.60.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and reformat now, which might actually do something maybe.
It may, but we can't. Since the right trigger doesn't work, we can't start it into safe mode. So.
Right. I have to deactivate the system. Or I will not be able to.
So now you got to put the damn card back in there to deactivate it?
Shouldn't have to.
Hopefully not.
We'll find out. But anyways.
We did a whole episode about why you guys should buy a Vita, and now you bought a Vita, and it didn't work out for you. Shame. Because I love my Vita, even though I don't play it enough. In fact, I don't play any games enough. I did play a little bit more Skyrim.
Yeah?
I haven't tried to kill any unarmed people. Or children.
I like the way you don't say anything. Yeah, or children, like you tried to do on VR.
Okay, so yeah, we tried to do VR, and all I wanted was a chicken. Okay, guys, you're going into Whiterun, and I wanted a chicken, and everybody in town turned on me, and so it was a melee, and it just I had a mace, and I tried to talk them down, but they weren't listening, and then this girl, she kind of scared me, and then I was trying to knight her, the new protector of the town.
Yeah.
And I guess I ended up balking her on the head. But she is a god. She is a living god. She cannot die.
She cannot die. No children in that game can be killed.
No, they are protected by the almighty gods of Skyrim.
Yes. So I tried it out, and I lasted about 30 seconds, and I had to take it off.
No.
I have very sensitive eyes, and the motion and stuff wasn't terrible. I didn't care, it didn't bother me too much.
Mm-hmm.
What bothered me is that everything was blocky.
It is a little pixely.
One, the sheer size of the game to make it VR capable. I can understand why it's not, as smooth as you looking at a 1080p system. I understand that, but for me, when I moved around, things would kind of drift with it. So when I turned, the blocks would kind of drift. So it was like,
I had a lot of fun with it. I could be cool to go in there again and not try to be a total monster. But my character, in Skyrim. Now, guys, the reason why I'm talking about Skyrim is because I never really played a whole lot of it. Before. In fact, I'm almost kind of where I am now, where I stopped playing before.
But really?
We'll see. Last time I played longer, but I also messed around longer, just wandering around. I did that a little bit here, and I did some extra quests. But I'm actually to the point now where I can kill people without much problem.
Right.
'Cause I don't know about you, but when you first go to some place and you're level 1, and you get the bandit leader, and he's got an axe, and he can kill you in 2 hits. Once you gain a couple levels, you're all right. But I didn't play a lot of Skyrim, guys. When it came out, I was playing other stuff. I want to say it came out 1/1/11/11.
I don't know.
That sounds right to me, because I remember that they were making a big deal about the release of Skyrim being 111111. But I'm pretty sure I was like playing like Mass Effect like endlessly because Mass Effect 3 was going to be coming out soon. I just looked up Sky. Yep. November 11th, 2011. 11.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking you.
But I actually picked up Skyrim for the 360 back in 2014. It was the Game of the Year thing.
Right.
And that's when I played it. I played it a little bit.
It's doing the
Oh,
reaching in to pull it out since I reset the system, which did not help with any of the buttons.
anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah. Sorry.
you might want to turn the volume down on that. I don't know if
It's
our mics are
distracting
picking up.
you.
Yes, it is because I keep trying to gather my thoughts. I think most of what I played in Skyrim was almost in that one day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And now my wife had gone away on a trip. She went to South Carolina without me.
I remember that.
To see her friend.
I remember that.
And I was a little salty.
A wee bit salty.
But also, like, I don't know if anybody who has like SOs or you know somebody in their life, when somebody leaves you for that a certain amount of time, yeah, you start realizing how much, especially when I've lived with her for 7 years at that
Right.
point. You start realizing how much you just are so used to them being around, and how much your day almost depends on them being there.
Right.
It's like I love having alone time and chilling, but it's like, damn, after like a day, I was like, this house is too quiet.
Right.
My house, like literally, like, and it definitely was. Like, I got really when she got back home, I was really clingy. I was like, let's go, like, and you know what's funny is that I'm actually being really like mental here lately because I had a few days off, and then
Right.
and literally it was just a few days off, and then I go back to work, and then Kevin Smith almost died.
Yeah.
He had a massive heart attack. If you guys know who Kevin Smith is, and like he's 47.
Right.
He's like 16 years older than me, and that's it. He's 47, and
14 for me.
yeah. So like he's had a great career and all that stuff, but he almost died, and so it's kind of weird. I get at work and I get alone and I start thinking.
Right.
About all the bullshit that you take for granted, how busy we are, and how much we don't take in and soak in the little moments.
Yeah.
And it's like, all I want to do is go home.
Right.
I don't want to be here. I want to be at home because that's what's important to me. Her and our kid, that's what's important.
Right.
100%. I love getting away. I love doing some podcasts. I love going back in the back room, playing some games when I can, or listen to some music. But God damn it, like they're way more important to me. And it's funny because, like she needs to get away too.
Right.
She needs to get away from that crazy toddler we have. So by all means, go. I got this. And then like last night, she's gone, and all I want to do is talk to her because I spent all day not talking to her.
Right.
Now I'm sitting at home. I'm going.
See, me and Joanna we're that way, but we're not like we like our alone time, but we still, you do the same thing. You text and stuff, but she's getting ready to go on a trip here soon. I got to think about this. Duluth to see our friend from the wedding.
Yeah.
And one of her friends lives in Canada. The one
cool.
that she does her podcast with.
Yeah.
It's only 2 hours away.
That's cool.
So she's going to spend like a week or two up there.
That's cool.
And yeah.
See, and the thing is,
I don't know what's gonna happen.
And the thing is, you'll love it, and then you'll start like walking around the house like day 3 or 4, and you're gonna be like,
this house is empty.
But yeah, I'm like, you're gonna be like, I'm bored.
I'll probably be asking you guys to do stuff. You guys want to hang out?
And like, I remember like that's the longest period of time. Think about it. She was gone a week.
Right.
That's the longest period of time we'd ever spent away from each other in 7 years. And that's still to this day, that's the longest time we've ever spent away from each other.
I think This will be the longest we've ever spent away from each other since we've been together.
And and it's like I think that's a testament to our relationship,
Right.
because some people can't stand to be around each other that long. You know, like we've been together now. This is like 2018, so we got together in 2005. So it'll be 13 years.
It's a long time.
And we've been married 9 years this year.
It's a long time.
And, you know, it's like a lot of people, they can't handle that, or they can't handle that much around each other.
Right.
And I get it, dude. There are times where you're like, I just want to be alone. But then there's like times where like, no, I want to spend my time with you, with both of you.
Right.
Because it's like, I want to maximize that, you know. And it's like when you're going throughout daily life and you're distracted, you're busy, you're working, you're, you know, doing stuff. You don't think about that kind of stuff.
Right.
Until you're alone inside your head going, damn it, I could fucking die tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, I could fucking die tomorrow. And it could be natural. It could be a car wreck. It could be some stupid idiot out on the streets. And it'd be like, you know, did I spend enough time? Did I get to say what I needed, everything that I needed to say? Did I pass on, like to Wyatt, everything that I wanted to pass on to him?
Right.
You know, would he even remember me at this point? You know, that's heavy thinking. And I'm sorry to take this podcast down the heavy road this early.
Yeah,
but that's stuff I've been thinking about. And so like the past 2 days, I've been like very clingy and like, just like, I want to go home. Like, I just want to go home and I want to like squeeze them and I want to like just be around and like, I like seriously, this is like the third or fourth time in a row I've cooked, which she loves.
Oh yeah. Well,
but like, I'm going to like get home from this and I'm going to go home and then I'm going to cook. And it's like, yes, it's going to be a late night, but I'm going to be tired, but it's like, I want fajitas.
Fajitas do sound good.
Oh man, I got some flank steak. Yeah, I bought 2 things of flank steak because I made that Beijing beef that I told you about.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good, but maybe I'll buy a thinner piece. But I'm gonna cook up that flank steak and cook up some peppers and onions. I'm gonna stop off at the store before I go home. Get some chips, get some cheese.
Yeah.
Get some guac because she loves some guac. I'm here or there with guac.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not like a.
Oh no, I can. I used to never want to eat it and hated it until I tried Olivia's guac. And her guac is fucking bomb.
I've never had it.
It was good, dude. It was. She used instead of using whatever else they used to make that shit.
Maybe I did.
Tacozania.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think if I had.
Well, remember Jay brought in like that really runny taco.
Yeah.
Meat? But like her guac, she used like Mexican cheese, which she said the Mexican cheese that she uses is. She goes, it's almost like a sour cream base, like consistency.
Right.
Instead of using sour cream, she uses that, and it gave it more flavor. And then she like put like jalapenos in it. It was like so like the perfect amount of zing and spice. And it's like I asked her what she did, because I'm like, look, she makes it, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, maybe like I'm not ever inspired to put that on my once in a blue moon.
Right.
When I have like 4 tacos on my plate, I might I'll put it on one and see what it's like.
Right.
But I'm eating it first. That way, in case it sucks, I can wash it down with the other ones.
And then you're like, oh, this is great. And then it's going to go on every single one.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever.
Well, see, at that point, I'm already sitting down and I'm like, I ain't getting up.
You would if it was great.
If it was Olivia's, yes. And it's one thing because like, Me and Kate, we don't talking about like the relationship thing. We don't get jealous,
right?
You know, and like that is something that like it happened over time. Like I used to get jealous, and I'm really not anymore because obviously I trust and everything.
Right.
But I still remember the look of betrayal and jealousy in her face when I told her that I hate guac and I love Olivia's guac. Because of course she's heard all the stories.
Well, yeah.
You know, shared all those. So you know, she knew. We're not sharing those stories here, guys. Sorry.
No.
That is for another podcast on another day.
Maybe we'll invite Jay's wife on to.
Oh my god.
To talk about all his.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we do have some news.
Yeah, we need to bring Jay on the podcast sometime.
Hopefully he goes to Days.
Maybe that'd be nice.
I've been talking to him about that.
Cool.
I will convince him when I go to Nights.
I haven't talked to him in a while, so I've been wanting to talk to him. Guys, Detroit, Almost Human, or Becoming Human, my bad, has a release date confirmed.
Hard date.
May 25. May 25th. I'm excited because I do like the Quantum Dream games. Of course, Indigo Prophecy on the PS2 and Xbox. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick your foot.
Kicking me for.
Fahrenheit is what that game is called in Euro. Over in the Eurozone, the Europes.
Eurozone.
Then, of course, they also did Heavy Rain and then also
Right.
Beyond Two Souls. Loved all those games. And then I'm excited because the whole demo thing that they showed recently, where you almost showed like the first act where the dude was reconstructing the crime scene and then had to talk the dude down.
Right.
I love that cinematic type gameplay. It reminds me of the old adventure games.
Right.
So I love that kind of stuff. I get sucked into that really bad. That's why I also like the the good Telltale games.
Right.
Like when they have a good story and they suck me in, like the Game of Thrones, Batman, like The Walking Dead season 1 at least. That's what I played. Man, I'm like next. Especially
can't stop.
Especially when they end the chapter and you're just like, damn it. But
Yeah.
I'm excited because, with the delay of Red Dead, there's probably going to be a window, a gap, because I haven't committed to buying God of War. I kind of do, but at the same time, it's like,
I might do what I kind of did with Blaine. Blaine will buy God of War. He will. We both know he will.
mm-hmm.
So one day when he's like, "Oh, I'm not really playing it," I'm gonna be like, "All right, let's see what you got."
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did with Monster Hunter, and here I am, 103 hours deep,
Right.
and I'm still loving it.
I want to get it, but at the same point, it's like I haven't been buying a lot of games. I bought more music. I'm actually pretty satisfied with my music selection, with my vinyl. There's only a few things that I'm like really wanting to get, and I'm just taking the sit back and wait, especially after finding out that 3 of the records that are going to be hard to get and expensive for me
Yeah.
are hopefully going to be reissued within the next couple of years. I can wait and get those at $25 a piece.
Yeah, you
you
can't
know,
beat that.
So it's like I'm not going to pay $100 for Glorious Burden, guys. Not going to do it. And then, of course, one of my other albums that I really want, that's a little more expensive. I don't know if it's 100, but that one, if I ever find it, I might pull the trigger on it.
Right.
But and then I also want to slowly collect the Metallica stuff because I got Metallica tickets.
Yes.
I got a Metallica ticket.
I was getting ready to say, tickets. Who else is going with you?
Nobody's going with
Well,
me.
somebody is going with you, but not with you.
Yeah, no. So Metallica's playing down in Indy. I missed him up in Chicago in June. I wanted to go, but couldn't get the day off. And the ticket was like $75 for nosebleed in Soldier Field
Yeah.
in Chicago. Which my thing is that in Indy they're going to be at Bankers Life, and that's a smaller venue than
Yes.
Soldier Field. Soldier Field's open, so the sound's going up.
Yeah.
It's like you'll be able to hear it, but like I don't want to be on the nosebleed.
Yeah.
Basically, the amount that I paid for my ticket is my max of what I would pay for a ticket
Right.
anywhere. When I went and saw Iced Earth with Nate, I bought both our tickets. He paid me back for his ticket,
Right.
but I also paid for the VIP upgrade. In total, so the tickets were like with the processing fee $30-something. The VIP plus the processing fee was like $80-something.
Right.
So I spent more than what I spent on one ticket for Metallica, but also look at the bands.
Yes.
This is Metallica. They've kind of earned the right to charge whatever the fuck they want for a ticket.
Yeah.
When you've sold over 100 million records and more than a third of that is one album,
Yeah.
that album still smells.
Well,
It's
how does
stinky.
it smell?
It's stinky. That album still sells over 1 million copies a year.
It's crazy.
Like most people can't even get that with newer stuff coming out, and some people never reach that for an album, and they have an album 1 million every year. It's been triple certified diamond.
Triple certified diamond?
Diamond's like 10 million records. Boom, boom, boom. It's the gift that keeps on giving. That's, of course, the Black Album.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. But, I mean, a lot of their records have gone over 1 million. Think about it. They have over 100 million sold, and over 33, 34, 35 million of those are just the Black album.
Yep.
And then all the other ones combined equal
Right.
the rest of that. So they still sell. The other albums still sell tremendously well, but that one's like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know, whenever they come out with a new album, number one.
Oh, I believe it.
It's instantly number one. It always sells. Even Saint Anger did the same thing.
I like saying it.
It's a mood thing for me. I like it, but I can't like go on. I'm not in the mood for it now.
Right.
If it comes up randomly, and I'm digging it, I can listen to the whole thing. Or if I watch their documentary they made around that time,
Yeah.
then I'm really in the mood for it. I'm like, all right, let's jam to this shit. But like to me, it's not their worst record, but it's also one of their most unlistenable because of the sound. The sound, like I gotta be in the mood for it.
Yeah. I can see that.
But I want to get all the
hear
Metallica.
that.
Huh?
I said I could hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to get all the Metallica records. Slowly but surely, I have Kill 'Em All, Master Puppets, Death Magnetic, and Hardwired.
Right.
So I have 4. Oh, and then I have that Creeping Death single that I found. That awesome picture disc.
Yes. That's awesome.
I was gonna get Ride the Lightning for $10, and then it was sold out. So I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'm in no hurry. Justice is getting a re-release this year, so there's that. I can go get it right now, the older one, if I wanted to. It's brand new, but it's like 2014 pressing. So, and I can get the Black Album of that as well. Load and Reload are a little bit more expensive, approaching the $40 mark, and then Garage Inc. is over $50.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I would want S&M, and then I will get Saint Anger. But I'm a cheap dude, and I try to get them as cheap as I can when I can. So I'm in no big hurry because I have access to this music. Buying the vinyl for me is listening to it when I'm at home. Hearing the difference in the sound sometimes is like makes you want to like. I like this more because of how much better it sounds. One of the Iced Earth albums that I got, I love the record. Sure, I like all their stuff. But that one's almost a mood thing for me. It's like when it came out, it didn't hit me right away. It took a long time for me to actually. And then sometimes that's the same thing. Shuffle. Okay, I'll listen to this record now. After like, but I don't listen to it all the time. It's not my go-to. But I put it on my vinyl, and I would sit there and listen to the first whole side and went, "This sounds amazing."
This sounds amazing.
Like, because it's the way it was mixed. It was the way that the 180 gram black sounds, and I'm just sitting there on the arm of my futon in front of my speakers going,
where am I right now?
well, because I was actually just going to listen to like a little bit, maybe put on something else, just hear what it sounded like, and I sat there for the whole first side. Didn't move. And it sounds badass. We got some more gaming news.
Let's get back into gaming.
IGN. We'll go to our good pals over at IGN.
Oh, hello, IGN.
If the app will open. So
Mine opened.
Sony is restructuring to focus more on first-party games. Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced its intention to restructure at the start of April to focus on creating attractive and powerful first-party titles. In a press release today, the company explained that the restructure will allow it to remain competitive and deliver on its commitment to make PlayStation the best place to play. The announcement comes less than 6 months after Microsoft shared their plans to invest in studios to make more first-party games. Of course, they keep canceling theirs.
Yes.
As of April 1st, Sean Layden, the chairman of Worldwide Studios, the president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, will concentrate his focus on Worldwide Studios, continuing to provide platform-defining content that helps drive the growth of SIE. The sales and marketing divisions within Sony Interactive Entertainment America, Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe, and Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Asia will report to Jim Ryan, Deputy President and Head of Global Sales and Marketing SIE. Ryan will also oversee the different regional branches along with John Codera, who is President and CEO at SIE. Both will assume the role of executive in charge of regions, with Ryan responsible for Europe and Codera responsible for Americans and Japan Asia.
Huh.
So basically, that's a lot of jargon. But what they're saying is that PlayStation has kind of assumed the role of the Xbox 360 did, where they had some and then they kind of like fizzled out and they just kind of relied on third party.
Right.
They do have first party content.
They do.
Unlike how the 360 faded away and all you had were Halo and Fable and Gears.
Yeah.
Now, we got the new God of War coming out. They've already played the Uncharted card, and that game was fucking fantastic.
Right.
So that to me, that was the first big Sony first party hit that came in and really set their first party stuff. Said, this is what we can do on the PS4. And it's like, yes.
Right.
Before that, we had a couple of misses. We had a couple of, all right, cool. But not anything like earth-shattering.
Right.
But now we've got some stuff coming out this year. God of War, I think, is going to be pretty damn good because it's going to – I think the thing with God of War, the reason why it's attractive is that it's the first one. It's the same character. It's that same mythos, but now they've changed the game style.
Right.
And that's where you risk it. You could either completely lose it or you can create something entirely new for that kind of series and say, here's God of War, but like this.
Right.
And that's where you can bring a whole new slew of people in.
Right.
So, yeah, there's that news story. We have Nintendo more interested in new peripherals. Hey, look, you found the article.
I know.
After
we were done with it.
More joy for Joy-Con fans. They are more interested in new peripherals than Switch 2.0. Nintendo will reportedly aim to increase the number of peripherals for the Switch in its second year on the market, rather than update its base hardware. So we're not going to be seeing a boosted up Switch anytime soon, it seems. According to the Wall Street Journal sources, Nintendo is focusing on better manufacturing and shipping of its current Switch model to keep up with demand. That's actually not a bad thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's selling like crazy, and you can still get them if you hunt for it enough.
I mean, I'm seeing them a lot more.
Exactly. Like they're not rare,
but they're still slim pickings.
Well, because people still buying them. So like when you see one and you want one, you pull the trigger, man. Alongside that, sources say that Switch features in the coming year will also include additional network-related features and peripherals to be attached to the USB Type-C port.
Right.
Nintendo Switch turns a year old this Saturday, March 3rd.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Crap. Yeah, that has been a year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Nate just threw me off.
What do you do? Let's see.
Because, guys, we over on the Patreon at Journey to Comics, we've been doing the Road to Infinity War.
Uh-huh.
And they just announced Avengers Infinity War releases a week early. Yeah. So we're going to have to make adjustments to the release schedule for the...
That kind of sucks.
And he threw me off on that. I didn't even think about that. But anywho, yeah, so we might be seeing,
Well, it goes on to state, as I smash my mic.
Yeah, boom. Headbutt.
That the console, with sales of the console now the fastest ever in the U.S., outselling the Wii U's life in under a year, expects to sell 20 million more units in the next physical year. That's pretty good. Really, when you go outselling the Wii U.
So I want to say
13 million.
Yeah, I want to say they're around 15 million for the Switch, probably. Another 20, so you're looking at 35 within. That's awesome numbers for them. Because, I mean, even if by the time that number gets hit, in the next year after that, we're looking at a new PlayStation, Xbox hardware coming out. That's going to be next gen. Then all Nintendo needs to worry about is releasing titles. And if they lose first-party support due to restriction, or third-party support, I should say,
right?
You're still going to have your awesome first-party stuff, and they're going to start pushing out because Nintendo can do some awesome stuff when they're pushing their guys. I mean, for the Wii U, we got, two of them are remasters, but they look amazing. The Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and then we got Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And so
Breath looks fantastic on there.
yes, it does. In all honesty, like it's you have to like really pay attention to the minute details between the two to really notice it. They pushed the Wii U with that game. They totally pushed it.
No.
Don't be playing automated videos on this podcast, stupid IGN.
No.
Stupid
Stop.
IGN. Stop playing music, man. So, guys, of course, here on the show, at the beginning of every month, we try to let you guys know what's going on down the line before your PS Plus and games or Xbox Live games with gold. That way you guys can redeem your free games. And then, of course, if you haven't subscribed to either one, this is good incentive. You stop playing with the app. Stop playing with the app. I'm done with IGN. After this, we're talking about something else.
Okay. Because I'm trying to click on this, and every time I click on it, it just starts.
This chair hurts my sciatic pretty bad.
We'll get you a pillow. We got pillows.
I don't want to sit on your pillow. I'll give you pink eye.
This pillow over here.
You gonna get pink eye?
No.
You not sleeping there anymore?
No.
You will next week.
I will next week. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't want pink eye.
All right, guys. So for the month of March, of course, games. You get free games if you subscribe to PS Plus, Xbox Live Gold. You get free games, and these are yours to keep as long as you're a member. For the Xbox Live with Gold, if you redeem a 360 game, you get it even if you're not a member anymore.
Right.
So that's awesome. Also important that Sony has announced that they're making changes to the PS Plus format. Did you hear about this?
No. That's what I was trying to click on.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm as of March 2019, so next year, when I'm seeing Metallica, next year, because that's when the damn concert is like I got the ticket now, guys, in March of this year, and it's not until next year that they're finally coming to Indy. Because how they tour is that they tour for 2 weeks, take a month off. Tour for 2 weeks, take a month off.
Well, when you're Metallica, you can do whatever you want.
Well, exactly. Exactly. Well, think about it. They tour for a little bit longer, and they're not pushing their bodies as hard.
Yeah.
And then they get to see their kids.
Yep.
So
they got families now.
Yeah, dude.
They just can't stay on the road all the time.
And who wants to? Like, really? I mean, it's understandable when you're young and struggling band. You gotta be on the road to make money, and of course they're making their money.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, man, I'm tired.
Right. I'm old, man.
All right, so as of March 2019, PlayStation Plus will no longer include PS3 or Vita titles in the monthly free games.
Huh.
We're reducing the number to the 2 PS4 games per month. All PS3 or Vita games downloaded for free before this time will still remain in your library. You're not going to lose them, but this will hopefully mean that they'll be able to put more money towards getting more bigger titles.
Right.
For free, just like it was when I first got it on the PS3, and on day one I got like $100 worth of games. I got Uncharted. I got a crap load, dude. I ended up getting like Sleeping Dogs, Hitman, Battlefront or Battlefield, and I got so much crap within the first few months. Really cool games. So here we are.
And here we are.
Games with Gold, Xbox. So you get 2 Xbox One, 2 360s. I don't have the dates, okay? So I just have like a chart. So some of these are available like for the whole month, and some of them are like for like half the month, and then the latter half. So
they do theirs really odd.
Yeah, I want to say maybe it might be the 360 ones that do like that, but I don't remember. Trials of the Blood Dragon. It's that trial. Okay, so have you ever heard of the game Trials Fusion? It's like it's kind of like Excite Bike.
Yeah, I played
Trials of the Blood Dragon is that mixed with Far Cry Blood Dragon stuff. So
that's kind of neat.
Super hot for the Xbox One. Then for the 360, you get Brave. It's the Disney Brave.
The Disney Brave.
Yeah, and then you get Quantum Conundrum for the 360. Now for the PS Plus. And I think it's a pretty easy bet on who wins this month's battle. PS4, Bloodborne. Boom. It's a few years old, but it's free.
Yeah.
Next one, Ratchet and Clank, the remake.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be downloading that.
Both of those are $20 games. PS3, The Legend of K.
Really?
Yeah. PS3, Mighty Number 9.
Damn it.
PS3, the PS3 one, I also want to say is a cross-buy with PS4. You might be able to play the PS4 one. You might need to look into that. But
Yeah, because I don't mind. I mean, I'm not like a super huge fan of Mighty Number 9. I mean, it's fun. It's Mega Man, and they made it, hard, like old school Mega Man. I'm still stuck on a level where you have to like dodge and weave around the electricity.
So I got 2 Vita games here: Claire Extended Cut and Bombing Busters.
Bombing Busters.
So the total value of the PS4 or the PlayStation Plus is $106.94. The total retail value of the Xbox Ones is $69.96.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude! You get Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank for free, and of course you have a PS3 Legend of K, which is also available on the PS4. I think I got that for the Wii U. That is that's a remaster of a kind of forgotten about hidden gem PS2 game.
Yes.
And then Mighty Number 9, of course, made by the Mega Man creator, made another Mega Man type game. So, dude, like these are some of the best PS3 games I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
And then also 2 really awesome PS4 titles. They released Knack last month,
Right.
which was a launch title. But still, it was free.
Right.
So if you never man, I'm not buying that game, now you can just play it for free.
Yep.
Which makes me wonder if I even redeemed it. I don't remember.
I don't think I did.
But I'm definitely going to redeem Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank and get all those
I
because
think I forgot to get Path. I got to go check. Is it already started? Have the new ones already started?
yes.
Shit.
Well, wait.
They haven't. Should be.
Yep. No, they haven't because they won't start till the first Tuesday of the month. So we
that's
still
right.
have time. We still have time.
We better get on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
As long as yours still works.
It actually, she sent me a picture and it was checking the memory and everything, so it turned on.
Oh.
I told her that it might be time to buy a new PS4 because that's been in constant use for the last 5 years.
Might as well upgrade to the Pro.
Maybe, yeah.
But I would definitely make sure that it is well ventilated.
Right, and I even told her that it might be time to start kind of swapping out, and instead of using the PS4, we'll use the Xbox One because that gets played a lot less.
Right.
Than my PS. She doesn't like using the Xbox One at all. She doesn't like navigating it, and I don't blame her. But it is more gamer friendly than it used to be. The whole navigation stuff.
Yes.
They've upgraded it. They've updated it like 17 times since they released it to try and make it better. I will give them credit. They are trying their damnedest to make their guys and the people who are Xbox fans happy.
Yes.
I will give them all the credit in the world for that because the next stuff we're going to talk about is Xbox One X backwards compatibility feature expands with new option. The Witcher 3 and Crackdown, or Witcher 3, Witcher 2 and Crackdown are among the backwards compatible games to add Xbox One X enhancements.
Ooh.
So, of course, the enhancements for Xbox One X are most usually discussed in regards to the Xbox One games. But a select number of 360 games are also sitting to receive a significant number of improvements when played on the high-end console. Several more 360 games have now received Xbox One enhancements, and Microsoft has announced an optional feature to let you disable that visual boost. So if you want to play the game at the regular, you can. In terms of the new games, Crackdown, Witcher 2, Fable Anniversary, and Forza Horizon will now boast enhancements when played on the Xbox One X. This includes running at higher resolutions, improved textures and anti-aliasing, and higher frame rates. All of this is enabled by default, allowing you to get what should be the most ideal experience possible.
Right.
However, whether you find that you're unsatisfied with the results or simply want to see what the game is look like when played on the Xbox One or Xbox One S, you can now just disable them. The new feature has been rolled out that is accessible by bringing up the 360 guide which is done by pressing the menu and view buttons at the same time. And then going into settings and selecting the Xbox One settings, where you'll find 2 options: graphics, which is the existing mode, which improves the visuals, and performance, which favors frame rate and should be comparable to what's playable on a non-Xbox One system. All this X's, man.
I know.
So Crackdown is one of the 4 Xbox 360 games that now have Xbox One X enhancements, and it was just added to the backwards compatibility list. So it's been a relatively slow period for new additions, but it's been some time since any original Xbox games were included. We knew to expect those less frequently, but another batch should be coming this spring. So here are the backwards compatible 360 games with Xbox One enhancements. Xbox One X enhancements.
Right.
Assassin's Creed, Crackdown,
Which Assassin's Creed?
First one.
Oh, wow.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Fable Anniversary, Fallout 4, 3,
I was
sorry,
gonna say,
Fallout 3,
Huh.
Forza Horizon, Gears of War 3, Halo 3, Mirror's Edge, Skate 3, and Witcher 2, The Assassins of Kings. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you are on a 4K, Xbox One X, you're running 4K stuff, now you can... They're probably not going to be running full-blown 4K, but it's going to look a little bit better on there.
Right.
I also, we have talked about this before, but I kind of wanted to go through, and I wanted to detail the list of Xbox One and just backwards compatibility games. I'm not going to go through the entire list. That's
Right.
ridiculous because it's a long list. But I definitely wanted to bring it back up because I feel like this is important to note because it's something that the PlayStation is completely lacking.
Yes.
100%. They're not doing it. To play a PS2 game, you have to rebuy it completely
Right.
with enhancements, which is just trophy systems and shit.
Yes.
And so not even PS1 games are on there yet. PS1 games are not even on the PS4 like for classics. Apparently those are coming.
Huh.
But like I'm telling you, man, the Xbox crew over there, for people who are Xbox fans from the original OG to now, are being pleasured. They are being taken care of.
Ooh. I love the first Xbox.
And I'm not an anti-Xbox dude. I'm just more
Love it.
pro PlayStation. I've always been. But like I enjoy the Xbox and the 360.
Yeah.
I feel like both have amazing libraries, especially, like early on in the 360 when there was some really cool first-party stuff going on. And even some games in that generation play better over there anyway
Right.
for the third-party stuff. So it makes sense for your collecting purposes. Do your research. What system does this play better on if you have both?
Right.
And then go get the 360 version. Or sometimes the PS3 and the 360 version, one's more expensive and one's less expensive. And it's like, what are my specs here? Is it going to be really, really different than playing on the other one? No. Then get the less one because why do you need to spend more money?
It's true.
All right. Original Xbox games. These I think this is still like might be the same list. These are games that are jumping out to me. Black, Blood Rain 2, Crimson Skies, Dead to Rights. Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which is a made by the dudes that made that was Rare. That was like Conquer and all those guys.
Right.
Ninja Gaiden Black, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, Psychonauts, Red Faction 2, Star Wars KOTOR. So now 360, Alan Wake's American Nightmare, Alice Madness Returns, Altered Beast, which is a Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
Army of Two, which is that co-op. Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood 3, Revelations, and Rogue.
All of them.
Backwards compatible. That is awesome.
Yeah.
You have the entire, like, other than Black Flag, which Black Flag is on the Xbox One, so why not just get that one? But like that's damn near all of them. Arkham Origins, Batman, which is important of note because they did do a remastering of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Right.
So you can go out and buy the Xbox One version of those, and you have the Xbox One version of Arkham Knight. But if you go out and buy the 360 version of Arkham Origins, works. So there you go. Battlefield Bad Company and Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3.
All of them. Almost.
You didn't even need to make those on there, but they did. So there you go. I mean, that's Bayonetta, BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. I mean, it's Blue Dragon, Borderlands 1 and 2, Bully Scholarship Edition, Burnout Paradise. Call of Duty 2, 3, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2, Ghost, World at War.
That makes sense. Yeah, those shooters you almost had to put on there because a lot of people like to go
Mhm.
back to the older ones.
Capcom Arcade Cabinet. Sounds like a pretty cool one to play. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's actually the port of a PS1 game. Child of Light.
Hey, I got that.
Of course, Crackdown was added in February 27th. Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Make some crazy money. Darkness 2 added January 30th, so that was a new one. Dark Souls, Darksiders 1 and 2. Dead Rising 2, Case West, Case Zero. Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. Dead Space Ignition. So all the Dead Space games.
Huh.
I'm skipping a lot, like just a bunch of crap, like Disney's Bolt, Doom 2, Doom 3, BFG edition. Dragon Age Origins.
Wow.
If they can get the expansion and Dragon Age 2 on there, hell yeah. DuckTales Remastered. Earthworm Jim HD.
I don't think I played that one.
I didn't either. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which is what that was one of the updates. Fable Anniversary, Fable 2, Fable 2 pub games, Fable 3.
So
all the Fable games. Fallout 3 and New Vegas, Far Cry 2, 3, and Blood Dragon. I'm only in the Fs, guys. Forza Horizon. Then, of course, Gears of War 1, 2, 3, 4, Judgment. The Ghostbusters game.
Yeah.
That one Ghostbusters game that was actually pretty badass. That's kind of like not rare, but it's getting harder. I don't ever see it.
It was such a short game, but it was great.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
It was
I
great.
thought it was like because you had all the original actors almost.
Yeah.
Like especially the main four.
Yeah.
They were there. Grand Theft Auto 4. Here you go. Halo.
Yep.
Halo 3. Halo 3 ODST. Halo 4. Halo Reach. Halo Spartan Assault. Halo Wars. Oh, Halo 2. Interesting. Probably because they have the Master Chief Collection, which almost all the games are on. Hitman Absolution. Injustice Gods Among Us. Plus disc-only Ultimate Edition.
Huh.
All right, then. And again, guys, I'm like just scrolling and skipping so much stuff. I'm only like saying stuff that like jumps out at me. Just Cause 2, Killer is Dead. I remember that game. That was like a really cool, it was a Japanese game. It came in on both PS3 and 360, but I remember I bought it for the 360 because I'm like, Japanesey game on the 360. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Indiana Jones 2, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Star Wars, the complete saga.
Jesus.
Lost Odyssey. Mafia 2 was just added in February 13th. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I wonder about all the DLCs, though.
Yeah.
A lot of times that those are in there, but sometimes they're not. Mega Man 9 and 10. The Misadventures of P.B. Winterbottom was added on January 30th.
Listen,
What's that?
it's my dog snoring.
Get out of here.
Yep.
NBA Jam on Fire Edition. The Orange Box. You don't know the Orange Box? It had a Half-Life 2
Oh yeah,
episode.
I think it's Half-Life.
Team Fortress, I think, was in there. And then Portal. Perfect Dark 0, Persona 4 Arena, which is the fighting game for Persona. Portal, Still Alive, Portal 2, Prince of Persia. Prey was added February 13th.
The original Prey.
Mm-hmm. Red Dead Redemption. Saints Row the Third, Saints Row 4. Sega Vintage Collection, and oh crap, so they got a certain series. It's like Alex Kidd, Monster World, Streets of Rage, Toe Jam and Earl. Shinobi, Silent Hill Downpour. Sonic, a bunch of Sonic games. They have that Sonic All-Star Racing's Transformed. That was a badass kart racer they came out with. It was kind of like Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
South Park Stick of Truth. Spec Ops The Line was added January 30th. That wasn't a bad game. I got that on PS Plus a long time ago, and it was kind of like a cover shooter.
Huh.
It was almost kind of like it definitely wasn't a AAA title, because it kind of came out and was like, it's a budget title, but it's a freaking good budget title. It had Nolan North being Nolan North, if that makes any sense. Splinter Cell Conviction added February 8th. SSX, the old snowboarding game.
Yeah.
Star Wars Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Street Fighter 4, Stuntman Ignition. Super Meat Boy. I like Super Meat Boy.
It was a fun game.
Tekken 6, Tag Tournament 2. Rainbow Six Vegas, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, Tomb Raider Underworld. Again, dude, so many freaking games that I'm just skipping over because reasons. Walking Dead Season 1, 2, and Michonne. Even though those games are available on the Xbox One, I'm pretty sure. Then I said Witcher 2, Wolfenstein 3D, XCOM, Enemy Unknown, and then there's a crap ton. There's a full list, guys. Go search it. It's like over on GameSpot. All Xbox One compatible games. Literally, if you buy an Xbox One and you have a giant, massive Xbox 360 collection, then there's no reason for you not to buy it. Because when you put those discs into your system, it downloads the game from the store, and then just uses the system as like a verification, or like the disc.
Right.
It doesn't play the game off the disc, so you're not really harming your disc.
See, that hurts some gamers, because so do some budget gamers do? Trade everything in.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're like, but I don't have to trade anything in. I could keep all these.
Well, and that's just it.
Which is a good thing.
You need the disc to be able to play the game,
right.
Just like you're installing it, right? But also, if you had those games digital on the 360, redeem them.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is like they take up so much space.
They do,
and you're looking at, but they did offer the hard drive expansion. The portable one.
You can do you can plug in a portable one. If you don't have a terabyte hard drive in your system, no matter what system you're using right now, you're like, and my PS4 is not, you are suffering.
Right.
But like a lot of those games right there, those are like 7 gigs or less.
Right.
Some of them are a little bit bigger. Sure. I definitely remember Mass Effect 2 and 3 being like 11, 12, 14 gigs. Of course, they were across 2 discs. So,
right.
But definitely, guys, go check that out if you really, because that's like my favorite feature of the damn thing, and I don't play it as much as I do.
Right.
But like, okay, so check it out. I had the Xbox One out, right, and I can't remember what I was playing on it. But I got done with it, and I'm like, I'm in the mood to play Batman. So I'm like, I want to play Arkham Origins. So I went and got my 360 out, put it in there. It was later that I found out I didn't have to bring the 360 out because it's actually on the backwards compatibility list.
Right.
And I'm like, really? Just one more thing I had to carry out. So I think it's going to do it for us because I don't have any pickups. We talked about our news. We deviated. Talked about relationships.
And then deviated some more.
Making some fajitas tonight.
Fajita.
Yeah, I'm going to stop by the store still. And you know what? It's actually like after 6, and the sun is not completely down yet.
Woo-hoo.
We are getting out of this winter crap, man. I'm so happy. I went and picked up my new shirt. I got a Trooper shirt.
Trooper shirt.
I actually forgot to grab a nerdy shirt today and my iconic hat.
Yeah. And
I'm like, I need to go buy a nerdy shirt. And I walked in there, and I was going to go to Think Geek. And I'm like, I'll just stop by Hot Topic first. Because like literally the mall was like, I hate going in there because there's like so many people hounding you.
Yeah.
But each store had like one person in it. So like they go, hey, do you need anything? No. Okay, cool. And then leave you alone.
I never get that when I go to the mall. I never get hounded for anything.
Dude, I mean, they're always supposed to come up to you and ask you if you find
Maybe I
anything
just
okay.
give off that demeanor of like, no. And plus, I go with my wife, and she gives off that demeanor of leave me alone.
Like the girl at Hot Topic was really attractive though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she'd never go for a guy like me.
Yeah.
Then you never know. You never know. But what I do know is that I went in there, looked at some nerdy shirts. I almost got this Game of Thrones shirt that said King of the North.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then they had another Stark emblem with like a Japanese symbols around it.
Huh.
Like, all right. And then I walked down and looked at some band shirts, and the band shirts at the Hot Topic aren't like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They're not. They mostly are just more like legacy stuff.
Yep.
And then new stuff that I have no idea what it is.
Yep.
So it was like they had some Iron Maiden shirts, and I've always I love the cover for the Trooper. I've always loved of course I love the song,
Right.
but I also love I remember Rob had this on like a flag in his room for a long time, and I always wanted it. And then Iced Earth on one of their singles, they have their guy set dressed in a Continental Army with the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and we're in the blue. So, guys, that's going to do it for us this week on the Game Addicts podcast. Thank you for listening. No matter where you've done so on all the great podcast services I detailed earlier in the beginning of the episode.
You did it that time. You did it in the beginning of the episode.
Well, I did. I always try to. Of course, we're also on the YouTubes and we're on the Twitch premieres. The video goes up on both places. No matter where you want to go check it out, if you want to go sit here and watch us, just look at each other and make googly eyes.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we're here every Thursday. You can always go to thegameaddictspodcast.com. You always check out the website there where we have all the episodes. You can download and definitely rate us on the services if you can do so. Follow us on Podbean. We have like over 660 followers on Podbean.
It's awesome.
It's
Thanks,
crazy.
guys. We appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank all you guys on the Podbeans that listen to us over there. And of course, no matter where you do, man, we're always here every single Thursday. Brand new episode. When we start streaming, we may have to change that.
Right. Because
we're gonna have our live streamed episode, and I think I want to release like if it's possible, like in the next day or two after that.
Yeah, and I'm actually been flirting with using the PS4, but I'm not real fond of the setup, so I might try to alter a little bit. I'm gonna work with it a little bit tonight. But yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you guys for checking out this episode. We're going to see you next week. Until then, I've been Brando.
And I've been Mike.
Game on, guys. Have a good one.